Well, good morning. It is 7:07 in the morning. Sunrise was 8 minutes ago or so, and I've not been fishing in a little while. Weather, and I've been traveling to see family and all kinds of things like that. My battery died, and this is my first time using the new Battleborn lithium battery, and I can't wait to see how it goes. I have come to a lake that I've been to before. It's called Lake Underhill. This is the lake. Part of the reason why I'm here is that we've been having a lot of rain lately and may have rain yet today. And you see this giant highway, it runs right over the top of the lake. There's only half of it, the other half's on the other side. And if it rains, I have a place to go, a giant umbrella. So thank you to Orlando for building me an umbrella and even a place I can go if there's thunder and lightning. All right, let's go fishing. All right, let's look at the lake conditions. I'm a 9 foot, roughly. It's 72.92 degree water temperature. It's 13.0 volts coming from the battery, which is not the main battery. That's my smaller lithium battery that I installed. And it's 7:13 in the morning. We're going to go fishing. It looks like a nice day. It's supposed to be kind of overcast most of the day, possibility of some rain, but let's go fishing. All right, I'm starting out with a Zoom horny toad topwater, and I'm gonna try this first. Well, the water is very high today. And how do I know that? Well, normally the height of these supports in the next bay over are way higher than my head. And even here in this bay, I have to duck a little. And that bay on the right, which was under the roadway way farther in, I don't know if you can see that, that's pretty low. So I've chosen not to go over there. I'm under here and I want to go to the other half of the lake. This is between lanes, so this would be the eastbound over our head, and that ahead of us would be the westbound. All right, I've now just about gotten under the bridge, and I'm on the north side of the lake. Let me just show you something if you can see that. 13.4 volts is the main battery charge. When I step on the full throttle, it goes down to 13.1, but that is the voltage of the lithium battery in the back. That right there is the Orlando Executive Airport, and there's usually jets flying in and out of here all day long. I'm assuming that you can hear all the road traffic behind me. This is, I don't know, probably 5 lanes going one way, 5 lanes going the other way. I've never been up there to really count them. But it's almost deafening, the noise that's up here. And this is a constant noise all day long. And then when the jets are taking off, they add to the noise. So this is a pretty noisy place. Now it's supposed to be around 11 mile an hour winds today. which can get a little bit breezy, but wind is supposed to be coming out of the west, which would be directly behind us, and this lake can get a little bit howling here if the wind is running out of the north or the south, partially because the wind would then be directly running underneath the bridge, and when you're under the bridge, it's like a funnel. So given the fact it's supposed to be out of the west today, I think if I needed to go under the bridge, it wouldn't be too bad. Normally back here, last time I was here, hydrilla was so high that you couldn't even negotiate back here very well. Now what we're coming up to here is kind of like what this, whoa, I don't know what that was in front of me. It almost looked like it was a otter. It's easy to second guess yourself. I should be throwing something else. The grass looks greener over there. But sometimes you just got to go with what you think you should be doing. Given the overcast conditions and higher water, I decided to try to, at least first thing in the morning, throw on higher in the water column, like this top water. I'm almost thinking I should be having a walk the dog type bait. In fact, I can see from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, geez, a whole bunch of jets and regular planes over there. All right. I have a buzz bait on with a toad in the back. This puts out a lot more vibration and noise in the water. I'm in 5 feet. I do see hydrilla way low in the water. Doesn't look like it's very high off the bottom. Somebody's shoe. Shoe and a life jacket. Well, that doesn't sound good. I have a fluke, super fluke zoom. I've just skin hooked it. It's something I can throw over these weeds. I don't know what that thing is over there, but it makes a clicking noise. I believe it actually sends a signal out to tell them their glide path to land the planes. I've been staying shallow primarily because it's early in the morning, and I'm wondering if they're out here trying to feed up on the shallows, but so far, not happening. Now, I don't know if you can hear, but I hear engines running up on a plane over there, and I got a heavy smell of probably jet fuel. The wind is blowing directly from those hangars over there where there's a bunch of planes, and I can hear one of them is running. Sounds like a jet to me. Well, I had a bite. Yanked him right out of the water and lost him. That was in the fluke. There we go. Just as the plane is taking off. Well, that's all right. He wasn't very big anyway. I haven't seen any fish activity really. I've seen a couple of catfish roll on the surface. At least I think that's what they were. I saw one bird sitting on a shoreline. I saw what I think was probably a otter in front of me. I mean, real close, swirled. I don't know what else could have been that size. I doubt if it was a gator. Not that we couldn't have gators in here, I just haven't seen a gator ever in this lake. Holy, holy, holy. We got some feeding activity right there. Schoolers. Well, I'm drinking from my Springfield koozie. There we go. Finally, finally, finally. All right, let's just measure them lengthwise. Just a hair less than 16 inches. Fish on. Oh, you stinker. Missed one, missed one, missed one. Missed him on the hook set. Let me just tell you what I did. That's several times I've had fish get off on the hook set. I've been using 14-pound fluorocarbon. The truth is, I really don't like fluorocarbon. It stretches too much. I'm used to using braid. I often use a fluorocarbon leader on the front of the braid, but to be straight fluorocarbon the whole way, to me, it's like fishing with a monofilament. So what did I do? Well, I happen to have the same 1/4 ounce weight on here with a bobber stop, just a different hook. So I swapped out this hook from the other rod, and I put the hook that was on this one over to there. So I now have my Magnum speed worm with the original hook that I had on it, same weight. This is from the other rod, and so I now have the exact same rig, and it has a fluorocarbon leader on it. I don't know, maybe it's getting shorter every time I tie something on, so it's maybe 15 inches long. Now I am ready to fish with this and get more of a hook set. So let's try. All day long I've been thinking about making this change, and I'm glad I finally am. Much better. I can actually feel while I'm dragging this on the bottom. That fluorocarbon, I couldn't until it... I think I got a bite. Oh, there we go. There's a good hook set too. There we go. Finally, got a hook right through him. show you something. The voltage there is the lithium battery. Step on it full, it still does the same thing. One thing I noticed quickly is that I've been fishing out here halfway through the day. If I put both pedals all the way down, I get full speed out of this, where by now with the lead acid battery that would start to slow down already. I like the idea of this so far. I'm very pleased with this battery. Let me show you something else. It's 12:04, a little bit after noon, and I just in the last hour put on the tracking that allows you to record the bottom, and it's called Quick Draw Contours. I turned it on and am recording it. I should have done that when I got here. I just completely forgot, and the green is what it's already mapped. Now I've been all the way around this lake on both sides of this bridge. I should have had it on, but I didn't. It's tracking me, and it is making a map, an updated map compared to what the map was that came with this fish finder. And if you look at the contour lines, look at how close they are together. This is mapping much better detail than where you see these lines. So I'm going to continue to do this. Besides the little tracking line, the black and white line shows me where I've been. These colors of showing where the contours are already captured easily to show me where I have been since I turned it on. So at this point, I'm throwing out into about 17 feet of water and just dragging this worm. This Magnum Speed worm has a big thumper tail on it. So every time I move it, if I move it at least a little bit of speed, that tail vibrates, and then I let it sit. Then I move it and then let it sit. That's where I've gotten all my bites doing that so far. But I'm also doing it very slow. Well, it'd be a miracle if I get this guy out. I'll have to ski him across. Well, I got him out. Not very big, but he's a fish. I could see a little fish that wasn't much more than the length of this worm, and he kept pulling on it, so I gave him the worm and he started to swim with it, but I think it was bigger than his mouth, so I don't think I could have caught him. I'm done fishing for the day. I wouldn't say it was an exciting day. I made a lot of mistakes and I missed some fish. That was my fault. One of the things I really wanted to test was the battery, the lithium battery. This is my first time using it. I just really figured it would work just like a lead acid battery is when it's brand new. Well, that's not true at all. The lithium battery, because of the way how it gives you its electricity at a steady pace at the highest level all the way until it runs out of juice, and that didn't happen. I was surprised that halfway through the day I would normally experience the trolling motors to be at a lower level of power than they are when they start out. This battery allows you to stay at that level all day long. I'm pretty impressed with that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me on my YouTube channel, and have a nice day. Bye now.